Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Sparty back. Today we're doing 5 new things about Dormammu, 5 things that you may not know. And if you learn one thing about Dormammu, drop me a like below, please. I think I've earned it. If you learn nothing, if you learn absolutely zilch, nada, zero from this video though, however, feel free to leave me a dislike and drop me a comment destroying me. I think I wholly deserve it if you learn nothing in today's video. So our first thing is, Dormammu's level 3 super is +0 after the flash, which means if you aren't already blocking, so I'm not blocking here, but I'm trying to block now. If you aren't already blocking, you're going to get hit post-super. However, there is a certain range where this stops being the case, so it becomes +1, +2. It takes a lot of frames for it to reach you because it has to creep along the ground to reach you. But what happens if you're in the middle between those two distances? I'm going to hold up right now. Look at that. The super hits me in my pre-jump frames. You have 3 pre-jump frames in this game, and it hits you during that time. One more time. Watch Dormammu's health, the left health bar for Dormammu. Watch his health. It even does, I think it's about 80k damage. It's a really weird amount of damage that it does. Why it just doesn't do the animation, why it doesn't do the full 400k damage that it gives you if it's not hitting correctly. It's really strange that it even has an amount of damage that it would do. Why doesn't it just do no damage? There's a lot of questions that I'd like to ask the developers if I could ask them how this happened. Bogey would probably tell me this game just sucks right now. So for this then, what can we do with this then? Because there's other applications of this. If I'm in pre-jump frames, there's a few things that can happen. So if I do 3C like this, if I hold up with Dormammu, I do not leave the ground. I can't teleport, I can't fly out of that 3C spell, 3 creator spells. However, by holding up, I am in pre-jump frames, just like before. So what's going to happen if I do something, for example, like 3C, tag to Akuma, and then Raging Demon? Because I'm now stuck on the ground, but I can go into pre-jump frames. So I'm in 3C, I can't jump, but I'm holding up. I'm holding up this whole time. He's just grinding up against me, he can't do shit. So, level 3 supers, if you're already holding up, you're in pre-jump frames, you cannot escape. However, what happens if I'm in 3C, and then I get level 3'd? So if I do nothing, of course, I get hit. Little game here as well. Pause the video and leave a comment down below. Do you think that Dormammu's about to get hit here, or do you think I'm going to be able to take the little weird chip hit instead and it not go into animation? Am I going to get hit correctly or not? Leave your guesses down below. I'm holding up this whole time, holding up. Same spacing, same exact conditions, except because of the 3C spell, the pre-jump frames no longer cause the animation to fail. And I really am curious if anybody has any game design insight into this, as in you've cracked the bloody code and you can see what's going on in here. Open the game up and tell me, because I'm really curious. I'd like to leave you a like on a video if you tell me 5 things about that, please. So there's an interesting one. There's number 2, 3C and level 3 oddities that happen between those 2 things interacting them. Okay, third thing. Certain characters, and I say certain characters, about 45 characters in this game, you can OTG with Dormammu, self-OTG, and continue your combo in the corner. Did you know, however, you can also do the exact same extensions on about 30-35 characters in the corner after level 3. If you dash forward, do the same setup like this, you get the same exact extension as you would in the corner like this, and at the end of a combo, if you use it, you can do even a full extension like that one there into Dark Hole, into Stalking Flare, or into Chaotic Flame. Spend that extra bar to get that kill. Well worth it. It doesn't work on certain characters because of how you have to set up their OTG. For example, on Dormammu, you have to bounce them like this. You have to have it in a slightly different space, and you can't do that off level 3. With a Spencer, for example, you have to whiff an S, and you just don't have enough time post level 3 to whiff an S. So certain characters it won't work on, but on, say, your Magnetos, your Morrigans, Virgils, Zeros, Hulks. Name a character who's good in this game and it's probably going to work on. If you follow my guides, if you follow my spreadsheet guides, I've got all sorts of tech for you in those. So, one thing that came up with Texas Showdown was that, and this is number 4 by the way, was that somebody was commenting in the YouTube, and Weberman pointed this out, that Flame Carpet, you can't do multiple Flame Carpets. If you try and input another Flame Carpet, you get a stand heavy. And there is actually quite a generous grace period after it disappears before you're able to put another one down. You see there it disappeared and I couldn't put another one down there. So So can you put 2 flame carpets down? You may well know this. Dormammu players definitely know this. You can indeed put 2 carpets down if you cancel into the flame carpet, and you can cancel into the flame carpet from all of your normals apart from, say, your forward heavy and obviously flame carpet itself, and S, of course, because that's just the way that S's work. So you can cancel into it, and Gizmo in the Discord, the UMvC Discord, had a good way of demonstrating this. He did stand heavy, like this, and he showed off the fact that, yeah, you got your multiple flame carpets in a row right here. Oh, one more. We have 3 carpets in a row right there. You got hit by 7 hits on the left-hand side, rolled over to the right, got hit by 5 of them just there. And that leads us into number 5. So, number 5 right now, Dormammu, his Stalking Flare, you may well know, and this is, of course, pretty simple. You may well know that if you hit Dormammu during his Stalking Flare, the Stalking Flare disappears. Once he tags out, however, it becomes extremely difficult, because you have no Dormammu on the screen. But do you know, however, that if you tag him out and then call him as an assist, you can hit him all the same, exactly the same way, and make that Stalking Flare disappear. Let's see if I can get this to actually work this time. There it is, disappears. Now that's the first thing. You know, I like a 2-parter for my 5th one. Another thing, and this is something that I think I must have just put into the back of my mind, or I've never actually seen it, because there is a way that this does not happen. And I'll show you the way that it does not happen first. So, Dormammu, release a Stalking Flare, and I go to throw my opponent. He throw techs it, he techs my throw. Stalking Flare catches him at the back. But what about Dormammu here, releases a Stalking Flare. My dummy is set to all tech. He will always tech everything, the other Dormammu. And I'm going to try throw him. So I'm the aggressor here. I'm going to initiate this throw. Stalking Flare disappears. If you defend a throw, if you have to tech a throw as Dormammu, you will see your your Stalking Flare disappear. And this happened to me last night playing Escalante. He hit me with a, not hit me with a throw, but I teched a throw off his Magneto whilst my Stalking Flare was out. And I swear to God, in 10 years, I've never seen that interaction. It's just crazy. The amount of stuff that can just fall out of your brain, or maybe you missed it in the first place because the game's so deep, there's so much going on with it. It's just incredible. Well, that's it. 5 things for you there. There's a couple of extra tidbits I could have thrown in. Do we want a bonus one? Give you a little bonus one. The more spells Dormammu has, the bigger his flame gets. Hey! I've got some other things that I might show. I've done videos on some other things that you might not know about. For example, an extra bonus one here. If you snap, you can do a left-right mix-up off a snap. Pretty much anywhere on the screen, but it's nice mid-screen. You can do a front mix-up like that. Or, if you snap and do a heavy teleport, you can do the cross-up version. So a light one hits the front, and a heavy version hits the back. You just want to backdash into an S to make that happen. And that's my second bonus one. I felt generous today. There we go. So if you've learned anything new today out of this video, you got to leave me that like. That was the contract we agreed in at the start, wasn't it? If you learned nothing from this video, though, feel free to hit me with that dislike. Leave me a comment trashing me, telling me how much of a fraud I am. I probably deserve it if I've not taught you anything out of all of those things I've just said in that video there. So that's me. I'm Sparty. Thank you for joining me for today for 5 things you didn't know about Dormammu. I'll be putting on more videos like this. If you'd like to see any specific characters, drop me a comment below. Let me know about what sort of characters you're interested in seeing me do this for. Some characters, I gotta admit, I'm not an expert about every character in the game, but I do know a lot about a lot of characters in this game. Likewise, if you like this content, if you want to see any more in the future, feel free, hit that like, but also hit that subscribe button. Helps YouTube tell me that this is all going well, this is all doing the job it should be doing. The algorithm, as I said last time, is a cruel thing. It's a cruel thing. I think I'm just starting to win it back to my side. Lovely. I've been Sparty. Peace.